says anything mean, let me know.
We're rolling already, so.
Oh, great.
I will let you know if anyone says anything mean. Jessica Wilson, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Man, it's been a long time. When did you come into the show? When were you doing the Ryan Seacrest?
I want to say 2015.
We'll say it then.
I think 2013 was Serena Ryder, so I'm gonna go with 2015. Lock that in.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong.
Final answer locked in. All right. And well, Clark Bitter and Lisa Bitter were. Did you play at Batter Up?
Yeah,
in the falls?
Long time ago. Yeah,
because that's where a lot of the musicians came from Lisa, right? She booked them.
Yeah, I think Batter Up, I had already been playing the circuit when I was playing Batter Up, but Batter Up was one of the first gigs I had booked in the Niagara Falls area. And then knowing Lisa and Clark, I made a lot more connections because they know everybody in Niagara Falls. But yeah, that was one of the first places I played, yeah.
And how old would you have been when you came into 610 then?
Well, 610 I would have been 17, and I turned 23 next week.
20?
So that was a long time ago.
And what year were you born in?
96.
Oh, because I lived with your father in 93, so you weren't even born yet.
No, I probably wasn't even thought about then.
Maybe you thought about
Maybe thought about. But
it's funny because when you were sitting down, I'm like, oh, there's Bernie. Oh, there's Nancy. Oh, what is you can see them. It's strange how you can see them both. And
in my face?
Yeah.
I don't think I look like either of them, but I definitely act like my mom and obviously the musical gene of my dad. But everybody always tells me I look so much like my mom and my dad. I never see it. So. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Have you got the Italian temper?
Of course.
Okay, good.
And I'm loud like an Italian too. So.
How is he anyways? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's good. He's still gigging. Yeah, he's playing with a band called Stone the Radio. They're pretty cool.
Are you happy you didn't get his last name?
Yes.
Say it for me.
I can't even say it. Guglielmi. I mean, my last name starts with a W, so alphabetical order always sucked.
Yeah.
But I think for stage purposes, it's good that I got Wilson and not.
Guglielmi. I won't tell you what we used to call him back in the day, but yeah, 93 is a long time ago because I was thinking, geez, how old is she? I wonder if, I guess I didn't know you as a kid. I don't remember ever meeting you or seeing you as a baby or anything like that. But yeah, 93, I only remember that because that was my first election.
Nice.
For the Green Party in Niagara Center.
Awesome.
We were living at, what we used to call 61 Pothead Lane, 61 Dufferin Street, right down the street from Notre Dame.
Right.
Which I spent 1 year at.
Nice.
Way before that. I think 85 I was at Notre Dame. No, 84. Because I graduated from Welland High.
Nice. Right, because you would have went to school.
Welland High and occasional school.
Yes.
Yeah, was Bruno at the... Yeah, he
went to Welland High. Yeah.
So I was there for 11 and 12.
Nice.
Still, a lot of my good friends are from Welland. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to say that.
Good old Welland. Born and raised, so I get it.
Well, we moved there because I'm a St. Catherine. I'm a North End brat from St. Catharines, but my dad bought a little hobby farm out in Port Robinson where he's still at. And then I dropped a credit, math, in grade 9.
Oh, of course, math.
Bassarava, I remember, he's like, I'll give you a 49 in advanced, or I'll give you a 50 general credit. Back then we used to have advanced courses and general credit.
It's the same as
I'm like, no, I want the advanced. Give me the 49. And then my parents said, well, you're going to Catholic school because you lost a credit.
Nice.
No, it wasn't nice. Half my lunch was religion class. That sucked. Long time ago, and then I ran my first election there. But it was a cool spot. 3 guys living backing right onto the canal there before those houses were built down the end of Dufferin Street.
Yeah.
And we had some good times, man.
Nice.
And the boys, we fought a little bit too, but
of course.
It was
of course.
It was good times. So I haven't seen your dad in a while. So what's the band called he's playing with?
It's called Stone the Radio. And they are like an
Shocker.
alternative, and it's alternative rock band. They're pretty wicked. They play kind of like in the Hamilton, Toronto area, and sometimes a casino in Niagara. But the guys are really awesome. And he's been with them for a long time now. Like, I was opening up for them when I was 16, 17. Those were my first gigs. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, they've been together for like a really long time now, and they're really great.
Yeah. Does he help you with the music at all, or are you way past that now?
Yeah.
Like when you were young, maybe?
Yeah, like booking gigs and like how to talk to people and how to play gigs and like how to change the strings on my guitar and how to do all of that, which I still don't know how to do. He's still teaching me at 23 how to change my strings. But yeah, he's definitely had like a big part in teaching me about music. And I kind of learned how to play guitar on my own. But of course, I would always ask him like, how do you bar this? Or like, what's this chord?
The bars are the hardest
how
for
do you do
me.
this? I just learned how to do bar chords this year,
And
I've been
you'd
playing
think
forever.
With big, strong hands like
Yeah.
these, the bar would be easy, but
I have little baby hands. So.
I don't practice that much. I have 3 chords, variations of D, I think G, and
Awesome.
maybe E.
That's all you need. That's every pop song
But yeah,
ever.
but I can play them, but I have to look, and getting there is like, it takes, like,
and
I
then
can't
your
just.
fingers start to hurt.
I can't just go between. I can't yet. It was funny because I met a guy at the Mansion House, and I can't remember what band who the musician was, but I was venting my frustration about learning the guitar because I get big hands, and I don't like to practice anything. I mean, even gigs like this, there's no script. If I ever MC something or I do a wedding or something like that, I don't know. I just don't practice, and it always works out. The radio show, I never practiced anything.
So lucky.
And I find that when I do practice, I fumble over my words and I get strung up and stuff. Anyways, I was telling this guy about having the frustration of not practicing, and your hands hurt, the fingertips before they get calloused hurts. But he said there's a hump that you get over. And once you get past that, moving them around and then moving them around without looking, and then it's a lot more fun to practice.
Totally, I totally agree, 100%, 100%.
So, are you one of those guitarists? Or are you one of those artists that say, "Listen, I just play guitar to accompany myself. I'm not really a guitarist," or do you really take pride in your picking?
That's a good question.
Wow.
I've never been asked that before. No, I would say I'm definitely a guitar player. Like, I do practice outside of gigging pretty much every day, and I'm always making covers. And when I do theater as well, I do have guitar and bass, all of my instruments on my resume, and sometimes I'm asked to play. I just did a show in the summer. I toured it where the actors play the instruments at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was called Hastings, and it was with Tweed and Company Theater. So I guess, like, I would consider myself a guitar player on top of a musician because sometimes you have to pull it out in opportunities like that. So
I always find it funny because I've talked to many musicians, and obviously Jihad's a guitar. I mean, he's a lead guitarist, but guys like Berger and even Matthew James Blake, like he's really proud of his drumming. I can get by on the guitar. He's got it all tuned down too, so when I pick it up, it doesn't sound like my guitar.
My dad does that too.
And then Berger, same thing. He kind of says, well, I know enough to get by and make it look like I know what I'm doing, but I'm really not a guitarist. He likes to sing. And actually, he's been, when we used to jam Monday nights, he'd get behind the kit as well. So it's you play multiple instruments then.
I do. I dabble. I feel like once you learn one stringed instrument, it's easy to jump like between. I actually learned bass before I learned guitar. I was playing bass tabs like on my uncle's bass, and then I moved to guitar, and then I kind of put all of my effort into guitar, moved back to bass, ukulele, so I play a whole bunch of different things. I want to learn the drums. I think that's the only thing I really don't know how to play yet.
Yeah, drums are fun.
They're super hard. People think they're easy, but like you have to have so much stamina. My drummer, Alan, he's amazing, and I keep asking him to teach me, but I don't know if I have the stamina to be able to do the drums because it's a lot of work.
It is, and I can't believe that there's not a bass pedal that's heel operated.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
it's just so natural. Anybody that listens to music, they keep time with their heel. With the heel.
Right.
And so I got a buddy of mine, actually Matthew James Blake. Scotty got his kit, and then it got the boot from his house, and it made it to my basement. So I put it away because it's like when you got speakers and the drums pick it up, like they vibrate, right? So I was throwing these things over top of them so it didn't echo, but I just moved them. But I'm like, why the hell don't they have? So I Googled it. Well, no one makes one.
That's
like
so
you
weird.
can't buy
that's
a
your $1
bass
million
pedal. Well,
invention. What are you doing?
That's
Go
what I
quick,
thought.
make it.
But you could build one. Like, how much it would cost you to prototype a kick pedal that's modified to work with the heel? It's not that big a deal. I figured there'd be one, and you can't find one. In fact, I found a guy that had one made, and he was displaying it on YouTube, and everyone was like, "Dude, what? You got a prototype? Why don't you just sell these things?
Yeah.
You make it for so cheap." And but then somebody said that the dexterity of your foot is compromised because I don't know how your toes would be more
I don't believe
flexible
it.
than
That's
your
your $1
heel
million
would be.
idea.
Yeah,
That's your
one of them.
ticket.
That's what I got to do. Speak.
Somebody's
Bass
going to
pedals.
steal your idea now. Somebody watching this is going to become a millionaire.
Now, your mom's not musical at all, is she?
I think she played guitar when she was little, but like she has her music knowledge, like queen of music trivia. She's amazing at music trivia, knows all of the stuff from like 70s, 80s, 90s. And she's into like newer bands too, like Greta Van Fleet, which is like kind of cool because like we can go to concerts and stuff together.
Greta's
killing
it now, too.
Yeah. I mean, their last album, like the album that just came out, got poor reviews, but I listened to it and I thought it was pretty good. Like, I know a lot of people compare them to Zeppelin, and I get that, but
he's got a little bit of a plant-esque voice, but
for sure. But it doesn't take away from the fact that there's like these super young kids, talented, like
cute too.
Yeah, by far one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Really,
they're great. Yeah,
I love that studio shot of them playing acoustically, the radio station.
Yeah.
They're just adorable. I don't know, just a good-looking bunch of. There's a couple twins on that. A couple brothers for sure.
3 of them are brothers, and the
3 brothers and
drummer
one.
is a cousin or something.
I think
like
2 of them are twins too.
Are they? That makes sense. They all kind of look the same, so like they're related somehow, like intertwined. But yeah, they're great. I really like them.
Who else are you digging that's new?
Who else am I digging that's new?
Like you go down to 21 Pilots.
Don't love 21 Pilots.
No?
Like impartial to them.
I ate that album up, top to bottom. I loved it.
21 Pilots.
Yeah.
I think I just have to listen to their stuff that's not on the radio, like not top 40.
That album, I can't remember what the name of the last album was. Maybe it's 2 albums ago, but it just it blew me away.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Interesting.
And well, I'm kind of. I don't know. I'm drawn to that. Huge fan of USS as well, and that's that
USS
two band kind of. Or 2-man band type of thing, but I love that drum bass or that drum guitar type of thing. And
USS is really good. I do really like USS. Do you like Muse then? Do you like Muse?
Muse blew it for me when they did that Olympic tune.
Okay,
it just sucked so bad, and they just went so commercial.
Yeah.
And now every song I hear after that just sounds like they're just milking it for the format. You know, there's some bands, many bands, you've seen them before. It's like every album sounds the same. They've got a format, and they're just never going to leave it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm much more, like, even Rush disappointed me when they reinvented themselves. But now I listen to Subdivisions, I'm like, oh, wow, that's a great album. When it first came out, it's like, oh, it's a little too techno, a little bit too much synth for me. David Bowie reinventing himself all the time. I feel like some of those bands just get stuck in the format.
Right.
But, who else are you digging?
I mean, well, like, I've always loved Lady Gaga. And I think I'm not just saying that because I'm jumping on the Star is Born train. Like, I've really, really loved her since, like, the late 2000s.
Did you see the movie?
I did. I saw it 13 times, which is very embarrassing.
Jessica. Yes.
I did. It was at TIFF. I didn't get to see it at TIFF, but I had the opportunity to meet Gaga at TIFF. Did you see that?
No.
That's
Where did you post that?
Facebook. I did meet. I was
trying to stay off Facebook.
Yeah, that's good. You should. That was my resolution for like a day.
Yeah, Facebook's dead to me. It's just stopped. I don't know if the algorithms or whatever it is, but there's no action there. And anytime I go there, it's just somebody did this, someone did that, or somebody posted and it hasn't posted in a while. Insta's a lot more loving space.
Yeah.
Like the sniping.
I prefer Insta for sure.
The sniping on I just don't have the time to argue with these idiots all the time, and I'm one of them because everyone's got a point of view.
Yeah.
But they, and it's like I was saying before we went on air. I'm not my social media. Mm-hmm. Like you know who I am when you're sitting really in front of me.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a character, and I'm angry on social media a lot. Insta is not like that though. I mean, you get a lot more love in the comments. You don't get the hate and vitriol.
Yeah.
And then it's like a pretty place because everyone's putting up their nice pictures, right?
It is a pretty place. I remember reading a book on social media and how like each of them was like a deadly sin. Like I forget which one was which, but I think like Facebook was like rage or something. Tinder was like lust, and like Insta was something like, it's really interesting. I should
Tinder's
forward that
one
to
I
you.
should pick up. That's the one
Tinder?
I need to get. But
Really?
I don't know.
Oh God.
I mean, it beats online dating. I don't know.
It kind of is online dating.
Well, yeah, it totally is. But I just always thought it was like I went into, I don't know, maybe Plenty of Fish way back in the day, and then I get a message. You know, you're all you're like this, right?
Oh God.
And I was open about it because I mean, lots of people know the face. I don't want people finding me out there. Well,
yeah.
At that point, I don't think I cared. And then Sue Neufeld, I'm sure you're not watching, used to babysit me when we lived on Tu's place. My old babysitter found me on a dating site and said, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you here. Delete. Like I couldn't get off there fast enough."
I love that.
I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh, who wants to be known to be on an online dating site? But I mean, I guess it doesn't have the stigma that it used to have. And
no.
if you want to hook up or you want to date, then
yeah.
what else are you going to do? But Tinder, I think, is just more for hookups.
Yeah.
And I'm just not.
I mean, I've never had Tinder. Like, I just have never done it, or Bumble or any of that. So I can't speak to it, but like, I know a lot of my friends have it, and there's some interesting Tinder stories that I hear,
the girls have the best Tinder stories because I don't know, guys don't sit around and share their Tinder not my guy friends.
No,
I don't know.
I don't
the
know.
girls love it. That's all they do. Wine on Friday afternoons, Match.com, Tinder stories, steady. That's what I hear.
Match.com.
Whatever it is, dating sites.
Match. If you're
Isn't
like
that
50, maybe.
Oh.
Like Match.com. What is that?
Plenty of Fish, whatever.
No,
that's
Bumble is the new thing.
Oh, is it?
Bumble is the same as Tinder, but it's weird that this is the convert. But I love that this is our conversation. Bumble is when only the girls can swipe right. So the boys can't pick the girl. The girls can only pick the boys, and the girls have to message first. And I guess it's that way of like filtering out like the creeps, which isn't really fair because like I'm sure there's creepy females too.
No, there's not. Women are perfect. They never lie. They never cheat. They never steal. And
anyway, Bumble is...
we love them so much.
Bumble is the new thing, I think.
Yeah, can you pick your gender? 75 of them?
Yeah.
On Bumble? Okay, good. That's
well,
very progressive.
I think
or
it's
regressive.
Important.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Absolutely it is, because there's only...
I agree.
75 genders. Well, it's growing all the time, so we're not going to go down that road. You're single then?
Yeah.
You don't have a man?
No, I do. I do have a
man.
Yeah, I've been dating him for a little over 2 years. He's actually the guitarist in my band.
No.
But we were dating before he was my guitarist, so it's not like... Yeah.
Isn't that a bad play?
You know what? Everybody says that to me, but like it's not, because we get along really well, and we have the same music tastes.
2 years, still the honeymoon.
Always, yeah. No, I don't know. We see eye to eye. Almost 3 years. 3 years in, it'll be 3 years in August, so yeah, I guess 2.5, but... no, we see eye to eye, and his brother is my bass player as well, so we all get along. And I was worried to have a band with people so close to me, because my cousin is the drummer as well, but we all really like connect, and I make sure like our set lists, everybody's happy with what we're playing. There's compromises. Sometimes I get them to play stuff that they like, Spice Girls, and bring back the 90s, and then sometimes I play stuff like AC/DC and stuff for them, so it's a compromise. And no, there's not really a problem. And
then you got somebody you can lean on too that understands.
Yeah.
You know, the band thing, the whole support. Is different than having someone that's a layman. I would think.
Yeah, it's nice. It's actually really nice to have somebody kind of in the same field as you. And although he doesn't do theater, which is my main occupation, he understands it because he is in the entertainment business, so he gets that.
Are you giving him a shout out or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you, Eric. He's gonna be so embarrassed. He's gonna be like, "That's so embarrassing."
He's not watching.
He will be. Actually, no, he doesn't. He does the social media thing, the social media purge. He doesn't have social media.
When you get home, you might find that you're unfriended and your relationship has been taken down.
No.
Yeah, because if you block someone, it will take them out of your relationship.
Oh, he won't block
Just
me.
letting you know.
He won't block me.
Here's to changing my relationship status one day, but. You got yours changed?
What?
Does it say in
On
relationship?
Facebook? Yeah, but we didn't do it like right away.
No.
I don't know. That stuff isn't really like important to me.
Yeah. And plus, we fans, mostly men, or women want to think you're single.
I
We
hate
want
that.
to think you're single
I hate
because we love you more when we think that we could stand a chance with you if we ever bumped into you somewhere.
Yeah.
You've
I
heard
hate
that before.
though.
You've heard that?
I'm not a piece of meat. Like, it's true. I think, no, I hate that. I mean, if you're going to be a fan of mine, be a fan for my music, not because you think you can, like, date me. Like, that's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. No, I'm not a piece of meat. I'm not something that someone can just pick at a store and date or, like my music because of the way I look or the way I act. Like me for my music or don't like my music at all.
So, now you're playing as a solo act, right?
Yeah. Well, unless I'm with the band, then it's just like Jessica Wilson plus band.
That's what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
Jessica Wilson and your backup.
Yeah,
It's not like you have another band name.
No, we're trying to come up with a name for the three boys right now. They've tossed around some names, and I'm like,
So it'd be Jessica Wilson and the Crew, or
And
the
Co,
Hive,
or
or the
like,
Co.
yeah.
And Co.
the Hive. Right now, it's just Jessica with
The Gaggle.
Alan, Steve, and Eric. But if you think of anything, let me know.
Okay, I'll work on that. I need to get a piece of it. Speaking of piece, you don't have a manager, you don't have a promoter, you don't have
No.
you're doing everything yourself.
Yep. I'm
What's
pretty
that
independent.
entail?
Yeah, so I think when people see all the gigs I'm booking and what I'm doing, I think they assume that there's someone behind the scenes doing that for me. I do have an agent for film and television and theater, but that's not for my music career. I had the help of my Uncle Frank for a very long time when I was younger to try and moderate kind of the creeps and all the bad people. But as I got older, he kind of taught me how to do it myself. So now I do it all by myself. I'm marketing, I'm getting all of my promo, I'm doing it all myself. It's overwhelming, and there's been times where I'm like, oh my god, I need a personal assistant, because it's insane booking gigs and having a calendar and getting all that promo. But I think you kind of have to fake it till you make it kind of thing. And I also like being in control of my own stuff, because I can choose where I want to play and what I want to play for, or I can choose what interviews I want to do, or what's even up to newspaper interviews. I'm always asking the editors to, run the piece before you run it, because I want to know. That's what a manager would do. I want to know if you're running false things about me, if you're misquoting me, etc., etc. And I know there's dangers in that, but I've always been my own boss.
How have you found the media when you asked for that? Because I used to ask for that all the time. They're like, we don't. We send you stuff to proof.
Yeah.
We write stories and
completely.
deal with it.
Completely. I mean, a lot of the times they don't send me stuff to proof, but I just mean you don't have to send me the whole article, but maybe just let me know when it's going to be published, or maybe just run your quotes, or after we're done doing the interview, I'll look at what they wrote down to see if they misquoted me, because I really hate when people misquote me, because it can be construed and it can cause a lot of drama, which I've experienced in the last year for sure. And yeah, the media, everybody I work with is extremely friendly, and I'm friends with all of them, really. So I mean, being somebody writing a newspaper or writing whatever, even what you do, is not easy. So I totally get both sides, but the media's been pretty good to me.
Yeah, Frank, he's Italian, no?
Yeah.
No, what's uncle on what side?
So married to my mom's sister.
Oh, okay. So you got Italian on both sides?
Well, my mom's side is not Italian.
Oh, okay.
Irish.
Right.
But he married into the Wilson family.
Oh,
but his last name is
Okay,
Curry.
I got you.
Yeah.
All
so,
right.
but he's my best friend. So.
Yeah, and he's such a nice man, but he's got that don't fuck around aura with, protective or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I used to tell musicians, even Elizabeth May, when she first got into politics back in 2006 when I ran for leadership at the GPC, you never go anywhere unhandled. You take someone with you, not only for your own safety, obviously, but it just, when you're the star, you just don't. You need someone to handle your stuff, even if it's just get me a drink or whatever. And it's optics too. I don't know. Do you feel that way?
I mean, I don't think I'm a big enough name to need a bodyguard.
You wouldn't even let me
anything.
carry your guitar in today. I'm like, I'll meet you at the car.
I know that's different though, because my guitar is my baby, and I don't let anybody touch my guitar.
No way. Even in the
Except
case.
There's only three people that have ever played my guitar, and that's my dad, my boyfriend, and one of my friends that did a show at Black Sheep Lounge once, and she needed to borrow a guitar, and I trust her very much, so she got to use my guitar.
So I can't even strum out a D chord on that thing?
No.
It'd be the fourth, fifth
You
person?
can't even look at it. Don't even look at it.
Don't look at me! Don't look at me.
No, if Frank, when I was younger, would take me to all my gigs, he would come to literally every single gig, and like watch me play. And then as I got older, it was kind of like more trust. But even when I'm doing like big events, like if I'm doing something for radio or TV, he's usually with me. And he deals with people for a living. Like he's very...
And it's a familiar face. Like when I see you on stage, I'm looking for him. Last time I saw you, I think you were at the market in St. Catharines, and there he is. So I got someone to chat it up to how's she doing, and he fills me all in, you know? So.
I wanted to get him a shirt that said like as a joke, like Jessica Wilson, like team or something, like as a joke, because everybody always knows
security.
Like, there's Frank, there's like... Blah, blah, blah. And my parents are recognizable too, and my friends who come to all my shows. But yeah, Frank has like kind of been there from the beginning and always like making sure I'm grounded and like making sure that I'm not arrogant or cocky and that I'm saying the right things.
Really?
And he was there for the entire process of my first album as well, in the studio with me every single day.
How many tracks on that?
5.
Okay.
5.
How old is it?
Came out in 2016.
Who recorded it?
Kyle Whitaker at Strange Pumpkin in St. Catharines. Yeah.
Right.
And he was brilliant, and he really did everything I wanted to do in that album. I just kind of like outgrown it now.
I hear that, and you're saying like you really outgrown that.
Yeah.
Like this is what I hear from you over and over.
Yeah, it was like fun pop, and I love the songs. I'm gonna still perform them live, and I'm even thinking of maybe doing like a remix on my new EP to come out or album in a couple of years of the songs that people really like, because I love the music a lot. But now I'm like getting more into like the synth pop and like 80s synth pop, because that's what I've always loved, and I'm really excited to be rebranding.
Like who? Who did you like synth pop? Just like who did you enjoy listening to?
You're gonna roll your eyes at me.
No, I probably love it.
So like Madonna is amazing.
Okay.
Like 80s
hit or
icon.
miss. She's bad and good.
Also the Eurythmics, but not Sweet Dreams. Like their other stuff. Depeche Mode I've always really loved.
Depeche Mode's one of my favorites.
I sent an early copy.
And they're still playing music.
Yeah, I know.
People ask me who your favorite bands. I'm like Pink Floyd, Depeche. I can't. Depressed Mood. I mostly said most of the time. I've seen them in concert tons of times, and Floyd as well. And people will say, "Oh, that's a pretty strange combination." But Floyd was everything to me, and Depeche Mode and then grade 10 and on. Wow, and they are phenomenal live. They like Dave Gahan is a
I know they're on my bucket list.
Well, he's witchcraft, but now it costs you $200 to go see Depeche Mode.
That's concert tickets, though. Like, I've paid upwards of $200 to see some of my favorite
I'm not
artists.
going to any big acts anymore. Last one I saw was Dallas Green, no offense. At the back of the ACC, had free tickets from the station, and as soon as I sat down, it was either see them or Swollen Members were playing a club at my buddy's place in Niagara Falls. I should have went to see Swollen Members. I would meet them, watch sound check, hang out with my buddy at his pub and stuff like that.
Well,
as soon as I sat down, but he was this big from the back of the ACC, and I don't care. I mean, that's why I can hardly go out to see people play. Like, I have them here, or I hang out with them in the basement for rehearsal. Like, what the hell do I need to fight a crowd and stay up till? They don't go on till 11 o'clock. You playing any early gigs?
Am I playing any early gigs?
Yeah, I mean, do you find that people just don't like to come out at 11 o'clock if you're the headliner?
Oh, no, I think my age group, like my demographic that I'm appealing to, like they like the later shows, just because like I'm in my 20s, and I think anybody legal
Stop making it sound like you're a generation away or something like that.
Well, I'm just saying.
My generation?
My generation?
I want to get violent when you say that.
No, it's true, though, if you think about it, like 20-year-olds are more willing to like go to the club late.
I hear you.
Not all of them. No. There's some like pretty rad 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. Like, I'm not saying there isn't, but like I've never had that problem.
Right.
But I mean, I've never played like past, like if I'm playing a bar gig with my band, it's like 10 to 1. You know, like it's not really. It's not like I'm playing at like 4 a.m.
Now, do you find that you're frustrated by playing bar gigs when everyone's just drinking and partying and nobody's really listening to you, and you become backup? No. Like background music instead of like sitting. Like I remember Aaron Berger, Blake, and Gould did a show at Yoga by Sarah, seated, free, and they played for donations, and they killed it.
Sweet.
And way more than they would ever make in a bar.
Yeah.
Where everyone's blah 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 and fighting and carrying on and stuff, and these people were locked in the whole time. So I wonder if there's a frustration there from, playing the bars and not really having everyone locked on you. Are you doing some intimate gigs where it's just people serious about the music?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I definitely get an intimate gig here and there, but, like, you have to remember I got my start playing in bars when I wasn't even old enough to be in bars. I'm very comfortable with being the background music. That's my full-time job. I'm okay if people are at a bar, because if I'm at a bar and there's live music, I'm listening, but I came to drink with my friends. Like, I came to have a good time, so if people aren't, like, locked in on me clapping after every song, I know they're still appreciating it. It honestly doesn't bother me.
That's a good attitude.
But that's why I love theater so much, because I feel like when people come and see theater, they're there to see a show. Whereas if people are going to a bar, they're not necessarily there to see the live music. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's why I love theater so much, because then it's actually people sitting down, listening to you talk, sing, do your thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's a good attitude to have because, a lot of, some musicians that I talk to are like, oh, yeah, it's much better when people are, locked in. Of course,
yeah. It's much better when people are locked in and requesting songs or telling you, hey, that was really good. Or like, hey, do you do this song? But, like, I'm okay with being the background music as well. Like, that's why I'm hired, right? So...
If I ever come up to you, I'll give credit to Doug Mundy on this. The worst thing anyone's ever said to him on a show, leaned over the piano and said, you know anything good? So if I ever say that at a show, that's where it comes from. Imagine.
I've gotten some pretty, like, rude things said to me at gigs from, like, tourists and stuff. And I'm just like, ooh, that's rude. But, like, smile and be like, oh, yeah, But.
Covers, you not doing them anymore, or you do them all when you're playing live?
When I'm playing, I'm doing covers.
Okay. And so what did you say you weren't doing them on Insta?
Oh yeah, so I was telling you I stopped doing covers on Insta.
Okay.
I'm starting to get back into it. I got a really nice ring light for Christmas, and
a
ring light, like it's a light of ring. It's a ring of light.
Okay.
It's a ring of light, and you can put your phone in the middle of it, and you can film the covers. And I also do it for self-tape.
So it puts light on the subject.
Yeah, and it looks really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that, but like with a ring.
No, it's not like that, because that's not telling it. That's a professional photography light.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's what a ring light is, though. Yeah. And I'm going to start doing them again.
So they don't know it's just a construction light on a stand with wax paper holding in front of it.
I think it looks great. It's really catching my highlighter right now. I can feel it. So
it's making me sweat.
I stopped doing covers for a while because I was really focused on theater, and also I stopped doing them because I was like, I don't know. I just stopped doing them, but now I'm getting back into them. I'm filming one today after this little endeavor.
Where?
I'm going to my friend's studio, and we're pre-recording it with my drummer, and then Instillment is filming it. Instillment, do you know Instillment? They're Reese Fisher's company.
Okay.
He's filming it, and we're going to do it at the Winter Festival of Lights in a couple of weeks. We're going to do a broken down cover of Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody, and I'm going to start doing all these like 80s, 90s covers, and I'm going to start putting them on my YouTube because that's kind of what my new genre is. So that's looking ahead, but I haven't done a cover in a really, really long time.
So rather than post it to Instagram, you're going to put it on YouTube instead?
Yeah. And I know that's so hypocritical because I was just telling you I think YouTube's a little bit dead, but I can also put it on Instagram. Like I can take a clip from the YouTube and put it on the gram.
Right.
But the gram only allows you for 1 minute now. So
how about if you go live, though? You can do the live story for an hour, can't you?
Yeah, but then you can't keep it.
Oh,
also, remember I told you I have my story blocked from.
Right.
Yeah.
And does your phone keep the story?
You can
as
save
the video.
It.
Yeah.
You can save it. But I think I would do it like as a post. I just find like live is better for live moments, whereas like.
Where are you getting the biggest kick in social media these days?
Insta.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Facebook, I wouldn't have Facebook if I wasn't a musician, to be honest with you. I use it just for connecting. Like rarely do I ever post like going to this today. Like it's always like, hey guys, I'm playing this place, like catch you there, this is where you'll find me, or hey, check out this news article.
Not I just got my highlights done, what do you think?
Yeah, never. never. I'm not that type
no
of
food porn.
No food porn. No, not even on
food
Insta.
Porn for me is an empty plate. That's the only time and it looks disgusting, which is the whole point.
Really?
It's laughing at food porn.
God.
Yeah. No, I never. I'm always like, this used to be lobster scrambled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. No, Insta, I think Insta is the biggest social media for musicians right now.
50,000.
40,000.
That's
soon to be 50,000 in maybe like a year.
That's nuts.
I've been lucky because every time I play a gig, I gain like 20 to 30 followers from a gig. And if I'm playing
40.8, yeah.
I'm playing 200 this year I played 230 gigs in 2017.
What?
2018. What year?
So it's 2019.
2018.
So you got claimed to one of the hardest working musicians in Niagara then if you're playing 230 gigs a year. Damn.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of gigs and I'm booking them all myself, which is nice. But I don't think I'm one of, like, I think all the musicians work hard. I mean, I don't know how many gigs other people are playing, but.
Well, you don't have a regular job, like a real job?
A real job? That is my real job, friend.
No, for sure. That's the only thing you do to make money is
full-time
play music.
musician, and then when I'm not in a theater contract.
Okay.
Theater comes first for me.
Okay.
I was lucky to book 3 contracts in 2018, so I didn't gig as much. So imagine if I didn't book the theater contracts, how many gigs I would have played in 2018. Probably close to 300 gigs if I didn't have the contracts. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So like summer, I'm gigging every single day, sometimes twice a day.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pays then, so when you do a theater contract, how long does that take you off the books for?
Depends. I had one that was a month, and I had one that was 3 months.
And what did you do?
So my first contract was Hastings with Tweed and Company. We did a tour of Bancroft, Belleville, and Perth. And
Tweed's a performance group?
Yes, Tweed and Company. Shout out to Tim Porter, who loves podcasts and will probably listen to this.
What up, Tim?
And what up, Tim? And then I did Rocky Horror at Canada A for my second time because I did Rocky Horror in college.
Who'd you play? Not that I would know.
Well, the first time I played Janet in college, and then this time I got to play Columbia. She's the one that tap dances, and she's really fun. Lil Nell played her in the movie.
I don't think I've actually ever seen it.
That's really sad.
I know. I've never seen E.T. either, or Star Wars.
What?
Who hurt me?
I haven't seen Star Wars, but you haven't seen E.T.?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Why haven't you seen Rocky? You need to see that.
Rocky Horror Picture. See, it used to be such a big thing when we were kids at the Lincoln Theater. Midnight, they used to play it downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they play it all the time?
Yeah.
Is that a Rocky Horror Picture thing? It goes on at midnight?
Well, usually there's a midnight showing.
Oh,
when I did Rocky Horror Show, because the live production is called Rocky Horror Show, we didn't have midnight, but we did have like late night shows, and it's wild. It's like the coolest show you could ever do, and it's ridiculous. And then I did total opposite. I did Beauty and the Beast just past December at the Scotiabank Center in Niagara Falls.
What's the one where they throw blood on the people in the front row?
That's Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. I had a girlfriend that asked me to go to that. And
Did you go?
Well, it's actually a girlfriend, like a friend of mine and a client. And I did not.
You should have. I've never seen Evil Dead, but I've seen clips of it, and it's like...
She says it's hilarious.
The splatter zone.
Well, I would never sit there.
You have to sit there. Why would you not sit in the splatter zone? That's so fun.
Yeah. And I mean, the Rocky Horror Show used to be full participation, even at the theater.
Still is.
And the play was as well.
Yeah, very fun.
So you played it twice. You played Janet?
I played Janet in 2016 at the college, which was like, we had a midnight showing there, and it was like probably the best show I've ever done on stage. So fun. I got to work with Melissa Williams, who is amazing. And then I got to do it at Canada A in Niagara Falls when I was Columbia, and I liked playing Columbia a little bit more because she's more fun. And full participation, water guns, rice streamers, very dirty objects, cards. Super fun, super fun experience.
Awesome.
It was good.
And so what is in store for the new album? It's going to be an EP as well?
So I'm going to be releasing a single every 2.5 months. So I'm not releasing an album right off the bat. I think now physical copies of albums are not doing as well as streaming on Spotify and Tidal and Google Play, Amazon, etc., etc. So my new single comes out January 22nd. It's called Underdog, and gonna see how that goes. And it's being released on all platforms. It's up for pre-order right now if you want to grab it. It's $1, which is probably less than your Starbucks coffee.
Oh, definitely.
And then in mid-March, I'll be releasing another one called Ego, which I'm very excited to release.
Can you talk about what you're writing about?
Sure. So Underdog, I wrote because I think being a young female in the music industry...
Don't.
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
As a woman, you're the underdog?
Can you, are you going to listen to what I'm going to say? No, you can't speak to it unless you're a female in the industry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so being a 16-year-old female, when I was performing as a 16-year-old female, nobody wanted to hire me because I was 16 years old. I had no experience. And quite frankly, back then in 2000, whatever that was, 2012, 2011, there weren't many females doing what I was doing. There was Katie Gatta, who's amazing and still amazing, and she was doing it, and I was watching her with my best friend, because her little sister is my best friend, and we would watch her, and I'm pretty sure Mel Monaco was doing it,
Another rock star.
And those were the only females really that were doing it, and I wanted to get involved, and I wanted to do that, and it was hard for me to get hired because nobody thought that I was good enough because of my age, and because it was rare to see a female doing that, especially when you're 16. You're not that I'm using sex appeal now, but you don't have sex appeal to flirt with the bar owners, or you don't have that fan base of men, like you were saying, to try and boost your followers. And I still don't want that, and I still don't use that. I'm just saying, I'm assuming that's where you were coming from with the underdog statement. When you're 16, 17, you don't have that, and you shouldn't have that. You should really never have that. So it's always been a struggle for me. Now that I'm a little more established, I am able to book gigs, and there's a lot more females in the music industry now, and it's more accepting. But it still is really, really hard for a female to be in this industry. And I think a lot of people roll their eyes at that, but nobody can speak to that until they're in our position. So I was asked to play a show with Valerie Borghese at the end of October, and I wrote this song.
You're hitting on all cylinders here. So 1, 2, 3.
I wrote this song in 20 minutes backstage before I did that show with Valerie, and that was the first time I had ever performed it live. And I wrote it for everybody that's ever felt like they were underestimated or the underdog. And the song is basically saying, like, it's okay to not be the best, or it's okay to not feel like you're the best, or if people underestimate you, it doesn't matter as long as you have confidence in yourself. That's the tea, Jim Fannon. That's the tea. And then
put me in my place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I don't think you can speak to it unless you've been in that position. And I'm sure there are some males that disagree and could argue the other side and say that females get more attention. But I don't know. I've been doing this for 8 years now, and I think, I'm pretty honest with myself. I'm a pretty honest person, and I think it is really hard to be a female in the music industry, and I think a lot of people underestimate that, especially when you're young and you're 16 and you're competing against guys who are 30 who have been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, I completely get that.
The underdog.
Yeah.
You just are. As a young female, you are the underdog, and a lot of people underestimate you, and that's why I wrote the song. It's not saying, like, males suck or anything. It's just saying, like, because they don't, like, I love everyone. It's great. Yeah. But it's just saying that at one point, and I still am, the underdog. It's like small fish, big pond scenario. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that can relate to that, male, female, young, old, in any circumstance.
Well, music, you have to build from the ground up. I mean, you don't just, well, maybe some people do, but you just don't slide into a nice cushy gig.
No.
And your career takes off. I mean, you gotta bust your ass no matter what your sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can completely see that. I look at it like women around the world. Like men might be in different positions than women are, and for good reason. I mean, we have personal choices that take us to the careers that we want to go in, but I mean, every man answers to a woman. And in the background, they're pulling the strings like crazy. And you know what? Any brilliant musician, inventor, male, always did it for the love of a good woman. So
that's true. And
I could see being young, being a huge disadvantage walking in, because you're not even supposed to be in the bar. Forget being the talent there. Yeah. Which brings me to Nicole, talking about being in a bar.
Can we talk about Nicole Sermonera for like a hot second? I'm obsessed with her. Like I'm
not obsessed with her, but she's filthy, man. She's a great musician, man.
Every time she plays, I'm like, oh. Yes.
And thank you to Theater Crisp. They're the one that introduced me. Well, not literally. I emceed one of their gigs at the Warehouse. Gin opened.
Yeah.
They're
fucking amazing.
Brought them in, Ivan.
Yeah.
He's great on the bass, and he's no much older than Nicole is.
Yeah.
Joe's like the senior citizen. 20, what is he, 23 or something back there? Like the rest of them, I think she's probably 20 years old now, right?
Nicole is quite younger than I am. I think she just turned 20.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
But
I have a huge girl crush on Nicole. I think she's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And she's very unique. She's very like, this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do.
I love it.
And she's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just love her very
personality,
much. I have so much
just
respect for
dripping
her.
with personality.
So much respect for her.
And
Yeah,
that band is not just tight. They fill it like, and I didn't realize you guys sound huge. Like that's the only thing that was in my head. You sound full, like big.
They're awesome.
And Nicole said, well, thanks, man. Thanks, man. That's totally what she said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? She says, no, that's like one of the greatest compliments you want to hear as a three-piece is that you sound full and big and all that kind of stuff. So they're hitting it.
Yeah,
and she's exploding on Instagram as well. And I love it. Like every time she pops into my feed, I watch the whole thing. Yeah. And I got a shout out. I don't know if you've ever got one, girl crush girl, but I always call her Stud, right? Because she is a stud. She can wail on that guitar, and she says, "Hey, Jim, you're the stud. Let's not kid around about that or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, that's like talk about fanboying."
I was freaking out because
a little bit.
I was talking to her, and on my like following feed, it was like Joe Jonas just followed like Nicole Sermonera, and I was like, a Jonas brother is following you? Like, that is my 13-year-old dream. I was like, oh my God, Joe Jonas is following you. So I like commented on her stuff. I was like, at Joe Jonas, like sign Nicole, like at Joe Jonas, like put her in your van. I was freaking out. I was like, a Jonas brother is following you. Like, that's huge for me. She probably doesn't care, but is he really?
No.
What the hell, Joe? Follow me. Yeah, I was freaking out for her, and I think she's getting like so much attention, and like I'm so happy because like she deserves it. And she's so fucking humble. I have so much respect for her. She probably thinks I'm psycho now, but like for real, like she is amazing, and I can see her doing nothing but great things. And like,
and then when you say humble, I say genuine when I see her because she just does not give a fuck about.
Yeah,
like she's just
genuine
her.
And humble. Like there's a lot of people with 50,000 followers that would be like, I have 50,000 followers. And
well, she just got them, so maybe it goes to her head as she gets older. Who knows? No, but I think you're right. So
she's pretty genuine. She's pretty like to herself and like honest, true to herself, and she has like a really good brand going on, really good style, really good aesthetic.
What's her brand? What do you think that is?
Like fucking cool. Like I don't know. Like she's just like, you know what I mean though? Like
no, I totally do. She's to
unique.
Me, she's got
so unique.
Just that funky. Genuine, and she's just super real.
Yeah, I want to make a cover with her. I've been like thinking like I want to do like a duo with her. She'd be like amazing. There's also Sarah Bolton is also amazing too. Eris now. She goes by Eris. She rebranded. She's also like making moves. Yeah, she's like doing a lot of things. And like,
that's actually I'm working her a little bit. And when you asked me, I knew there was somebody in the background. So we've been talking. I love Sarah Bolton as well. So you're hitting on everyone you've hit on so far. I'm a huge fan. Katie Gadd is just
she's great.
Wow, she's a dream.
Yeah, and
she opened for Burger, Blake and Gould. Or no, Aaron Berger had a pre-sale show at the Mate Cafe. Yeah. Oscar.
Yeah.
Drifter?
Yeah.
Like, wow. And Katie, wow. I haven't seen Katie in a long time, but she's just, her voice is so sweet. And I said, hey, come on. She says, well, when I put something out that we can talk about, I'm like, please. If you're going to blow me off, just say I'm not interested.
No,
she's got all kinds of music.
Well, I think she's working on some new stuff, and Katie's really great with always wanting to be the best she can be, and I have a lot of respect for that. Like, as someone who's putting out new music, I don't blame her for being like, I want to wait. Like, there's so many great females in the Niagara region, and there's great males too. Like, I could name a million males. We're loaded with musical
talent, but
I think the females just like have like kind of like a bond, and like everybody's really good. Like, I could just go on and name like a million people that are like so.
Well, you've hit 5 for 5 already, and Sarah, if you're watching, I know you will be at some point, hopefully checking us out, but. Yeah, I've caught her a few times, and beautiful songwriter and musician as well. Mel Monaco, killing it. Talk about branding.
Yeah, I just met her for the first time this past summer, and she was so nice because we were playing the same place, but like back to back. And I really like her one song, Nashville Life, which I know is off her past album, not Wishing, Waiting, Floating, I think that's what it's called. But the past one. And yeah, her brand is like extraordinary. Like she has a really good brand and she's very kind to like, she's just so kind. And I think that's really important. And there's also like 2 male artists I want to touch on really quick. Everett Champion.
Oh,
great.
love him.
Rapper.
Yeah,
awesome.
great.
His song Mamacita, like that's my workout song at the gym. And Nico Tripodi. I probably said that wrong.
Tripodi?
Did I say that right? He used to be in Tuscany. I don't know if you're familiar with Tuscany.
I don't know Nico. Who's his parents? Do you know?
Nico TK now. I don't know.
Okay.
His mom is beautiful.
But...
I know that because one time he posted a photo of his mom and I was like, you have a really pretty mom. But he's great. Nico is a wonderful songwriter and he has a new song out called Don't Weep. And it's really good, so you should listen to Nico and Everett just did a show together.
I'm interested to look him up. I know Tony Tripodi. Maybe it's his grandfather or uncle or whatever. But yeah, who is?
I think he goes by Nico TK now.
And who's the? Oh, I wish I could remember his name now. It's slipping my mind. He's a homeopath. Naturopathic doctor on Ontario. Used to be on Ontario Street, but okay. So Tripodi, okay, good.
He's really
and
good.
Champion's still doing some stuff.
Everett Champion is really.
He rebranded
really
too from Easy EC.
He did. He's so good. I want to collab with both of them at one point. I think on this next EP, this next album, I definitely want to do a collab with both of them. I think they're a great team, even though they don't really brand themselves as a team. They're really good friends. And
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have them like guest on the
on
like
I'd love Everett to write a few verses for me, and I think Nico's producing is like amazing. So I'd like to like collab. There's so many people, like I could just go on and on and on and on and on.
Well, you got to be you don't have to be, but I love the people that are genuine fans as well as musicians because they get what it's like to fanboy or fangirl over someone as well, right?
Yeah, it's so important for musicians to support each other. When I won my NMA this year, that was my speech. It's so important for us to support each other because like there's no sense in competing because we're all different and we're all trying to like get to the same place but different places. And like supporting somebody else's success is not going to dampen yours. You know what I mean? And I think there's some artists in this area that don't understand that. And they need to because we're not competition. We're not your enemies. We're your friends. We're a team. We go to each other's shows. We buy each other's albums. And everybody should be doing that. And like Niagara has a really, really tight-knit community.
And deep pool of talent. I didn't know that, crazy. But you know, artists like you that travel around would often tell me, you know, you don't understand. We have something really special here. I didn't know, but there are little pockets of music all over the world, and Niagara's one of the best ones. Yeah,
truly, truly, truly amazing. Like the animes, there's so many submissions and so many nominations, and there's so many great people, and I'm not trying to kiss ass. I really do think that. I really do.
I dropped by the open show that was at Johnny Rockins. Rocco's the launch show, I think, but I got there early. You were just setting up, or just starting.
Oh yes, back in May.
And I had another gig I had to go to, and I said I'll double back. I asked Todd, you know, how long you here, and I don't know. He told me, and I said, well, I'll try and double back, and then I didn't make it back. I can't remember what my other gig was, but I heard it went pretty well. And then how to go over to the Legion. I don't get tickets. Isn't that where they had it this year? NMAs?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It was good. It was a beautiful show. It was nice. It was nice to be able to sit with, like, my friends and my band, my boyfriend were there, obviously. And, yeah, we had a really good time. We got to open the show.
Oh, you played it, too?
Yeah, because I won People's Choice last year and this year. So they got me to open, which is nice because the year before there was some audio problems and I didn't have a great performance. So it was nice to kind of have, like, a redeemable.
Was that the Theater in the Falls the year before?
The Greg Freeman, yeah.
Right.
There's just some monitor issues.
I remember that. Oh, could you tell from the audience?
Well, for me, there was monitor issues.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people said.
So I was there. I don't remember that though.
I'm a perfectionist, so if I'm the least bit flat or sharp, I eat myself up over it for the next million years. Anyways, this year was awesome, and it was really well done, really well organized, and it was really nice to be in a room full of friends that all kind of get it. Danny Lamb had us all up on stage. Danny Lamb's also great. I love Danny Lamb. To do a song, and it was really good. Like a big music community. I think that's really important. Yeah.
You doing many festivals, or are you doing all just...
Yes, I have some festivals in the work, but I'm not allowed to say what they are
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I'm very excited for the summer. And of course, I'll return to Springalicious, and well, if they'll have me. Anything local, if they'll have me, I'll be there. But yeah, I have some big shows in the work, but I'm not allowed to say anything right now because they're not set in stone, and I don't like to jinx it. And I signed an NDA, so I can't say anything. But I do have some big shows coming up, which I'm excited for, especially with my new music. And hopefully by then, my second song, Ego, will be out, which I think people will like. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm nervous. We'll see.
What's Ego about?
Ego is about somebody with a very big ego that, obviously, it's called Ego. It's not very deep, but I wrote it about someone who has always kind of been very mean to me. I know that's so Taylor Swift, but like, I think, I don't know. It's kind of like a fuck you song.
Really?
But
is that so Taylor Swift?
A little bit,
yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I'm
right?
a
Like,
big
she's
fan of her
kinda
music.
Like, fuck you. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm me. Like, it's not that cheesy, but ego is about someone with a very big ego who needs to check themselves a little bit.
Cool.
I don't know.
And going back to synth pop, how big of a shift is that for you?
Big.
Yeah, because you went from super pop to
pop rock, yeah.
Pop rock.
Which somehow got tossed up into the country genre. I am not a country artist. I have never been a country artist. But somehow, sincerely...
It sounds like you're offended by the label.
No, not at all. I think country artists are great songwriters, and it's extremely hard to be in country music. But somehow my music got swept under the country category.
Oh.
And nothing wrong with the country community. I owned it. I was like, great. This album's labeled as country, so now we're going to play some country shows. This album, I was like, I am not country. I love synth pop. It's like it's taking me a lot of balls to do this because I don't know how well it's going to be received. It's 80s synth pop. My demographic was born in the 90s. I was born in the 90s, but I have a deep connection to that. So it's either going to flop or it's going to soar. So I'm extremely nervous to release my new music. But it's not country and it's not pop rock. Synth pop, electronic.
You won't get swept under the country category anymore.
I'm not shitting on the country artists. I think country is great, but I was just like very like, oh.
What do you mean?
I don't know if it's like the blonde hair guitar thing. I know my voice has kind of like a country twang to it, but so weird. So weird to me. Like it really just came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And so if you can tease your upcoming songs, what would you compare them to as far as synth pop songs go?
So everybody who's listened so far have actually compared it to like Madonna's Confessions of a Dance Floor album, which was after her her hype. And also I have gotten some comparisons to Depeche Mode, which I don't hear. My inspiration for the album was obviously Duran Duran.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
And
does New Order fit in there?
You literally read my mind. New Order fit in there.
Bizarre Love Triangle, Blue Monday.
Blue Monday,
the best dance songs ever.
I know.
Still,
I know.
You can't dance to Deep Purple's whatever, but you
also,
put Bizarre Love Triangle on in any wedding, I'm on the floor.
I know, right? A little bit of Corona, if you remember Corona. And then with some modern influences, obviously. So the modern Madonna, and also I'm trying to think like other modern synth wave, synth pop. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Like I'm shitting my pants. I'm nervous. Like I'm very, very nervous that it's not going to be well received because it's so different. But it's a really good song. I know I'm biased, but I think it's one of those songs.
Which one are we talking about now?
Underdog.
Underdog, okay.
I think it's everybody who I've shown it to have said like it's great. It's a really good dance song. I want people to like be able to listen to my song and like get drunk and have fun or like go to the gym and work up a sweat. That's the kind of music I want to create, and I think I did it. I don't know. We'll see in like 12 days if it's
awesome.
I'm nervous.
How are you going to release it? How do you propagate it?
So it's up for pre-order right now, but it'll just be dropped on Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon Music, and it'll be available on iTunes as well.
Okay.
No music video for this one. I debated it, but I think the release of a new branded song will be enough for now.
I like the idea of not cutting a whole album and driving. That's why I said to the boys here and there, like, I love, the idea of putting 12 songs together and dropping it all at once, but it's a lot of work, takes a lot of money, and by the time the album comes out, you're fried. Like, you're frazzled. All the rehearsals and the press.
Like, right, if you're releasing.
Yeah, because exactly. And that's why I said, well, you just drop one every month for a year and you've got an album.
Yeah, that's my plan.
But you almost have to have them, like, done and canned as you're going forward. But I guess you can't really put a song together in a month unless you're really.
Well, Damien Birdsey at Birdcage, the guy that I recorded Underdog with, did it in record time, and it sounds amazing. So I'll be using him for the rest of my songs to come out, and we're already working on a second song, Ego, which will be out in mid-April. But it's a lot of work. People underestimate how much work it is. It really is a lot of work to go into a studio and write a song. Like, they think you just go in and you record it and it's done. No, like, vocals take, like, hours. Harmonies take hours. Sitting there and looking through synth waves and beats and drums take, like, 3 hours just to pick the right high cymbal. Like, it's such a process, but it's, like, worth it. I don't know. People could, like, hate this song, but that's okay because I like it. Like, it's, like, either take it or leave it.
Well, I mean, that's sometimes the most successful musicians are the ones that say, you know what, I don't make music for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't want to sound
following
like
a format. You're not, doing the pop rock thing anymore, and you're sliding into a genre that you are passionate about. So
I really do love it. That's the thing. Like, everybody would always ask me, like, what's your favorite type of music? What are your influences? And I realized that I wasn't making music that I like listen to. Is somebody saying something funny? What are they saying? Who is it?
Nicole said you suck. She says, tell her
Nicole
stop
Cervera?
mentioning my... No, she says, although you didn't mention my real passion, which is duck farming, but that's fine.
Nicole! I'm obsessed with you. Duck farming. She does do duck farming, apparently.
She is a beauty. Sorry, you
listening.
caught me. I said I wasn't going to look
That's okay.
At the video because it distracts from my guest. Jihad, thank you. G said to me the other day, he's like, dude, I felt like as soon as you went and looked at the computer, you lost Dano. He kind of faded back. I don't know. Maybe. He says, I don't know if it was just me or not. But so I told you, I shouldn't do that anymore. But
That's okay.
It just popped up here, and I love
good.
Nicole. She
great.
is a stud.
That's good.
Jess, you are a literal star. That's from Nicole. Oh, she's all over she's on it like a...
I'm fangirling.
I just sat very red-faced while listening to you guys talk. Y'all too much. Y'all are too much. Ryan Lund says, hey, guys.
Hey, Ryan.
That's cute. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, Nicole. Yeah, huge fans. So that's... hey, you know what? If you sucked... we probably wouldn't talk about you so much, but we probably wouldn't be sitting here saying, yeah, can you imagine how, like, you only get the props because you're good, So, and sometimes a lot of times people have a hard time accepting acknowledgement of, like, wow, you're really good. And, I often ask my guests if they get acknowledged for the impact, because at some point, your song's going to get people through. Like, it's going to get them over, or it's going to be their rage song that they hate their boyfriend with, Ego or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's meaningful. Yeah. Like, when that becomes your theme song for a while, whether it's a love song, a breakup song, a hate song, whatever it is, like, you know what it's like when you get, you're going through something emotional and you've got some dark album that helps you get through it, or some beautiful album of light that helps you get through and gives you hope and stuff like that. I wonder, like I said, a lot of the musicians have a hard time accepting the acknowledgement that, your music is meaningful to me and it got me through a lot of, like, what's better to be acknowledged that way, right?
Yeah. I'm guilty of that. I'm totally guilty of that. It's weird for me, like, accept.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you lay it on other people?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
Said Nicole. Example, right? No, but yeah.
No, that's like a compliment. But in a serious discussion, have you ever said, you know what, like, your song stayed in my deck for 3 weeks while I bawled my eyes out over blah 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 or something? Like, I mean, that's a It's a
No,
cool
but
thing.
I feel like I should.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my New Year's resolution, to acknowledge more. That's a good one.
Communicate and acknowledge the impact. So
Yeah.
that's good. Well, we made some headway there.
Yeah.
So a couple people got in. That's an
good.
hour. See how
See,
fast
I
that
told
blew
you, you
by?
were like, I don't know if we're going to be able to fill the time. I was like,
I did not
babe,
say
don't
that.
worry.
I said
Don't
an hour
worry.
flies by.
don't worry.
But yeah, I did promise everyone that you're going to perform.
I am.
So, you want to do that now?
I'm going to. So before anybody makes fun of me, I just wrote this song. It's Underdog, obviously, but because it's brand new, I have to use the iPad for my words. So don't
Well,
make
no
fun of
one's
me.
seeing that. Don't even tell them.
Well,
Corey
I was going to
Cruz
put it up
uses his
here.
iPads to look at the music all the time. Go to the Jim Fannon YouTube
Well-
page to see me carving on poor Corey Cruz.
I don't usually need my iPad because I'm pretty professional, but I changed the lyrics a little bit.
Now,
and
I saw a video where you're a lefty.
you know
Oh, it's
why?
just mirrored
it's
image?
flipped.
Oh, okay. Because when I was setting up in here, I'm like, oh, she's a lefty.
I'm a righty.
You did a Cranberries cover. Is that the one where
Yeah,
you're a lefty?
zombie. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe I'll get out of the way here.
Okay.
Turn the camera.
Should I move?
I don't think so.
Can I put my iPad on the desk?
Yeah, do whatever you want. It's
Great.
your show, baby.
I literally never use an iPad, but I changed some stuff, and I don't want to mess it up. This is the first time I've ever done this song. Well, okay, wait.
Uh-oh, we flipped you.
That's okay. That's not going to stay. That's fine. That's good.
I don't know if this is gonna. Good. Give me a second.
I've been dealing with a sinus infection, so
Yeah.
this sounds like poop. That's why. I'm so excited. Hey guys, I'm Jessica Wilson, and I am going to sing you my new song, Underdog, which comes out January 22nd. If you like it, it's available for pre-order right now on iTunes. Here we go. So much more than what you made me out to be. I'm not the little girl you thought was inside of me. Yeah, I'm coming back, I'm here to fight. I don't know which way's wrong or right, you see. My time has come to let myself set my soul free. For too long I've sat back and let you walk all over me. I'm not leaving now, I'm here to stay. I bet you don't know what to say, baby. You can't always be the one on top. It's time for me to make it stop. You might not think that I'm capable. Watch me go and prove you all wrong. My fire is inescapable. I might just be the underdog. Anymore, I'm just like, so what? Who really cares what you want from me? Because I'm standing up, I'm stronger now. You think I will, I won't back down, baby. You can't always be the one on top. It's time for me to make it stop. You might not think that I'm capable. Watch me go and prove you all wrong. My fire is inescapable. I might just be the underdog. 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 check it out on iTunes. It's a lot more synthier and on the real version, lots more synth, but that's stripped down acoustic.
Nice. Okay.
Cute.
I forgot how strong you were in the vocal department, kid.
Well, I'm a little sick right now, so that doesn't really count, but
just pull that thing up close to your...
I do my best. Will I break this?
No.
Great.
We're good.
Great.
And, yeah, I don't know where we're maxing out a little bit, but...
That's fine. I'm loud, so
yeah,
that will be why.
Okay, so where can the kids catch you if they want to see you play? Any gigs that you can talk about coming up?
Yeah. So this Thursday I'm at Johnny Rocco's in St. Catharines, 7 to 11 for Tapas Night. And Friday I'm actually playing 12 Mile Lounge, formerly known as the Chili Pepper, in St. Catharines with my band. Super excited. 10 to 1, January 11th. That's this Friday, right? Yeah, this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
TGIF, no cover, so come see us play. We're going to be playing our favorite songs from the 90s, 2000s. And Saturday, I'm at Peter Piper's Pub House in Fawn Hill from 8 to 11. And Sunday, I'm at Silversmith.
Silversmith. There's a nice gig.
3 to 5 p.m. at Sunday.
Good beer. Excellent.
Have you ever had their cheese there? You know, the cheese with the string cheese?
Oysters there. I'm not sure about the string cheese. That doesn't
sound
sound familiar.
Bavarian, something string cheese.
Let's go right now.
I love string cheese.
Oh, I know.
It's really good.
That is a really good acoustically friendly venue.
Love playing Silversmith. And then I have the week off because it's my birthday week. So
what are you doing?
I'm turning 23. Gonna go out for some Olive Garden, I think. That's my favorite restaurant in the world. I know, right? I'm so lame. Every birthday, I'm like, Olive Garden or Cheesecake Factory.
It's like the McDonald's of Italian food, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's so good, though. Like, I know. I'm not.
I've never been to the Olive Garden. I have no offense. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Oh, their breadsticks. Oh,
yeah.
So good. People know what's up. It's my guilty pleasure. I'm not even guilty about it. It's my favorite restaurant. And, celebrating it with my family. I haven't been home for my birthday in 5 years. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year I was in Ireland and Iceland for my birthday, and I was in college before that. So.
Who were you there with?
My best friend, one of my best friends, Darcy, whose birthday is actually the day after mine. So, she was.
So you guys did a birthday trip?
Yeah, she was going to Istanbul after. Yeah, she travels the world, and then South Africa for a little bit for school. So she was like, "Do you want to come to Ireland with me before I go to Turkey?" And our flight got delayed, so we actually ended up getting stuck in Iceland for the morning of my birthday, which was a nice surprise because we got to see the Northern Lights. And yeah, we were stuck in like this little blizzard in Reykjavik. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Yeah, well, Icelandic has a
and luckily I had some Kronen on me.
Some which?
They're Kronen. That's their currency there. I'm probably saying that
okay.
wrong.
All right. I thought it was booze to get you through.
No, but they do have very good vodka there in Iceland. They have kind of like a black licorice vodka.
Oh,
No, I hate black licorice. This vodka is really good. So yeah, I mean, this year it'll definitely be a little different than being in Ireland and Iceland, but it's nice to be home with my family and my boy and my friends.
Cool.
An Olive Garden.
Woohoo! Okay, where is there an Olive Garden around
Buffalo.
Here? Oh, you got to go over the river. There's not any in Canada?
Well, Toronto, but Buffalo's
there is an Olive Garden in Toronto, eh?
I think so. Yeah. Also, Cheesecake Factory. Do you like Cheesecake Factory?
I've never been.
Once again,
I like
hurt you? That's so sad. You need to go to Cheesecake Factory. Oh my God, so good.
Hurt you?
Do you like cheesecake?
Yeah, sure.
Well then, what are you waiting for? You have every cheesecake under the sun.
I like chocolate too, and I go in a chocolate factory.
You should go to. Have you ever been to Cocoa 70?
No.
It's just a place with chocolate where you like order breakfast, but your breakfast comes with like chocolate fondue, and you just like dip everything in the chocolate.
Oh, nasty.
I'm gonna make you a list of restaurants that you have to go to. It's really sad that you haven't been to any of those.
I wish I had an angle of that picture so you could so I could have a facial of like I'm gonna make you
a list. Gonna make him a list.
Loser. David Flack says hello.
Hi, David. David's a kind soul.
Yeah, musician as well.
Yeah.
And good. Well, what else haven't we touched on yet?
I don't know. Like,
We'll have to have it back, actually, once you have some more music come out.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the reaction and maybe some of the shows that you're playing.
Let's do it.
How did you get picked up for the Meridian Center gig? Did you hustle that yourself?
For Headley?
Yeah.
That was through 105.7 Easy Rock.
Did you win that?
It was a singing contest. You had to send in a video of you singing a Headley song, and then members of Headley and from the radio pick you.
Yeah, because I was pleasantly proud of you when I'm like, what the hell?
A lot of people were messaging me being like, hey, how'd you book that? And I was like, okay.
Oh, don't worry about it,
Don't worry
girlfriend.
about it because it's not your business. But yeah, no, I hustle.
So will it be not too long before we see you headlining another big act like that soon? Are you going to hustle that up?
Perhaps.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, you get the strength. You get the lungs.
Thank you.
And the song's great. I can't wait to hear the synth pop
Yeah, I
version
didn't even
of it.
think I should have sent you the clip.
Oh, you're going to send me the clip.
I should have, but you can't leak it.
That's what I do.
Or you can just wait until January 22nd. I'll send you a clip.
No, I definitely want to hear it. Yeah.
I've been putting stuff on my Instagram, like little clips here and there.
Okay.
It sounds very different from the acoustic.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
But
yeah.
I wasn't going to come in here with a track because that's lame.
That could have been cool.
Because I'm sitting in a chair. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Then we would have need some Vox on the mics and all that kind of stuff.
I know. It's not the same.
It.
But I will be.
And you don't want to murder the song before it comes out. So a true acoustic version of it rather than murdering, trying to make it sound like whatever. Mm-hmm. Now, when do you do your covers, are you owning them or do you try to make them sound like the originals?
I make them my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, always make them my own.
Are you in that category of people that goes like, don't try and be the guy?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Own it.
I can't be that person, so I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm doing a lot of TV appearances and radio and newspaper. Like, the media I've lined up for this song is like so much. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me in the next 2 weeks.
CHCH has been friendly to Niagara artists, eh?
Yeah, CHCH is wonderful. I'm on January 25th in the morning will be when my episode airs.
Okay, good.
I think. Yeah, Friday the 25th.
Awesome. Yeah. So what are you gonna do acoustic version?
Nope. I'm gonna be bringing my band with me, and we'll be
You're gonna do Underdog Live?
Yep. My drummer will have an electric kit, and the only thing we'll have backup track wise will be the synth. Everything else.
So you will be playing to tracks.
Yeah.
Do you find that sinful?
Never done it. Not really, because I'm not playing to a vocal track.
You don't think it's like cheating?
No, because the only thing on the track is the synth.
Okay.
So it will literally just be the bass synth, but everything else will be live.
Okay.
I won't be lip syncing or singing over my own voice. I think that's
so 4-piece, right?
Me plus 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And that's all you need. And
you're playing guitar as well?
No.
Or no?
No.
You're just singing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, do you play it guitar at all when you play with the band?
Mm-mm. Sometimes if I'm doing my own stuff, I'll bring out the acoustic, but I haven't felt the need to yet.
Okay.
Maybe I might bring my electric for CHCH. I haven't thought yet. I don't think so.
Is there any advantage to just singing?
Yeah.
Would you rather just sing?
I have a background in dance, so I have pretty good rhythm. Not that I'm pulling out Britney Spears moves or anything, but it's easier for me to be without a guitar when I have that background in dance, because I'm able to kind of put on a show more so than It
doesn't mess with your cardio, your breathing?
No. I got great cardio. I'm a theater person, right? So you got to have good cardio, so it kind of helps.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How does cardio come into theater?
Well, because you're dancing and you're singing at the same time.
Oh, okay. I just think it's theater as acting.
No, you're dancing.
Musical
and singing.
theater.
Musical theater, yeah.
Okay, is that all you do?
What do you mean?
Well, do you act straight up?
Yeah, I haven't had any contracts of just acting, but I'm not opposed to just acting.
So you're singing and dancing in all your theater stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that. Well, I should have from Rocky Horror Picture.
And some film, TV, and commercial work as well as voiceover, which I'm new to, but starting to dip my feet into that as well.
And what kind of work's that leading to?
Commercial voiceovers, radio ads, cartoons. I haven't booked any cartoons, but I've had a few auditions.
Have you got an agent for that?
Yes. So my agent is in Toronto, and I have 3 agents, all from the same agency, which I'm not going to name because that's weird. But I have.
You don't want to give a competitive advantage to anyone.
Well, that, and also it's a pretty big roster, and I don't feel comfortable giving that info out. My agent manages my theater, my music theater, and then I have a film agent, and then I have a voice and radio television agent, but they have nothing to do with my music. That's just acting and theater.
You sure you don't want to do a Timbaland song before you go?
I'm sure. Never again. I'm okay with Timber. I played it that one year I was on Ryan Seacrest. I think I played it
Timberland. No,
3 times a day.
Who is it?
For a month.
Timber.
Kesha and Pitbull.
Pitbull, yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't even gig with that anymore, unless somebody asks. Great song, but like I played it so much when that was out, when I won the Ryan Seacrest thing.
I had some fun with that because I teased it for weeks on the 610 show, and well, I kept saying that I wasn't going to allow you to play it. Yeah. And then you played it anyway. Yeah. Stand By Me, you played?
Yeah. I still do Stand By Me sometimes. Yeah.
Actually, I just listened to our show when we're going back and forth on Twitter the other day because, well, these things are blasts from the past. They're so cool to listen to, like, afterwards. Because I usually would listen to the show immediately after because I'm cutting it up and pasting it. But then I don't ever listen to them unless I have to. So when we started talking, I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, and I went back to the whole show. And we went out with Stand By Me. And then the same commercial, we came back with it again. I'm like, what happened there?
Oh, God. I never listen to any. I hate watching myself.
And I have the video of you strumming and waiting for Patrick or whoever was ready to say, okay, go. And you came in the middle of the song. This is going to be tough to do.
Yeah. I kind of remember that. Yeah, I try not to. I know they're like, Frank probably has them all in a vault somewhere. But I hate watching myself and hate listening to myself. No, I don't. Even when I got the first cut for Underdog, I was like,
oh, the listening too?
Yeah, I really don't like it.
Oh, really?
Like when my boyfriend like plays my music or something, I'm like, turn it off. What are you doing?
Really?
Shut it off. Yeah, it's not that I'm not proud of it. It's just like I don't like listening to myself.
I got used to it. You know, there's that when you're new and you hear your voice for the first time, you're like, that's not my voice. But then you get used to it and you're like, oh, that's my. So I don't ever get like that anymore. Yeah. I know my voice now, but watching yourself on video is completely different. Yeah. And so's doing it in your office, which is never this clean.
I know. I'm impressed.
Well, I mean, it's clean when I have people in. Yeah. But it's never this clean when I'm like, these 2 desks are always full of my work, my business.
It's very tidy right now.
Oh, it's tidy. Like I said, it never gets any tidier than this. So thank you very much.
Thanks
I
for
love
having
you.
me.
Give my best to your parents.
I will.
Tell your dad. I'll tell him myself. He's ugly.
No.
And yeah, we'll have to have you back in once something is new in your life and whatever. You can drop some music. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that you're dripping it out a little bit at a time. So January 22.
January 22nd.
22nd, you can get it
at midnight.
online.
As soon as it's January 22nd.
Oh, 21st at midnight.
21st at midnight. Yeah.
Oh, 22nd at midnight.
Yeah. And it's available for pre-order right now. And also follow me on Spotify, please, because if you follow me on Spotify, when the song comes out, it automatically gets added to your release radar and your new releases playlist. So you don't even have to do it yourself. It just does it for you. So follow me on Spotify, Jessica Wilson. Please, please, please follow me on Spotify because it makes such a difference. And then you have the song in your phone before anybody else, and that's really cool.
Cool. I'm almost completely cut out of this video. It's
cute.
Perfect. Yeah, it's awesome.
Great.
Anyways, thank you very much, and good luck with everything. That's awesome. Don't forget to send me that clip. I want to hear that song.
Small clip.
I want to.
Not the whole thing.
You like send me the
No,
song.
you don't get to hear the whole thing.
Don't leak the song. Just
40 seconds.